Change is overwhelming and terrifying in general, but changes to your own body and personal circumstances may be much worse. This is why aging may be so distressing. As we become older, there are many changes and potential outcomes that we must strive to figure out. It's even worse if we have to do it alone. For this reason, it's important to understand aging in order for us to offer them the support they need. One of the greatest challenges that older people face is their loss of independence. Independence is something we strive for our whole lives. When we are children, we are taught to do things for ourselves so that we can become independent adults. In adulthood, we pride ourselves on being able to take care of and provide for ourselves and others. As people age, independence slowly decreases. There are changes in physical and mental abilities. For anyone at any age, changes to this can be confronting. Many elderly people associate the loss of their independence with a loss of their dignity. Some may see this as a regression to an infant-like state. Performing tasks necessary for survival, like activities of daily living, often becomes difficult, in which they will have to be cared for in the same way a child would. Some adults define themselves by what they can do and what they have accomplished. Thus, loss of independence means losing their personal identity. Retaining independence benefits older people in many ways. It can help their physical and mental health, boost their confidence and self-esteem, and improve their sense of purpose and quality of life. Encourage older people to perform tasks as much as possible on their own. Even if it might take them longer, it will help make them feel that they're capable of doing the things they have been doing all their life. Let them have more control over their lives. Offering options instead of just making decisions for them, and encourage to voice opinions by making his or her own choices. Engage them in such activities and to social life. Familiarize yourself with their life story so that you can help them draw on their past experiences to inform current choices.
Deteriorating health. One of the most significant correlations with aging is a decline in health, and elders' physical health may decrease as they get older. The thought of growing health problems is frightening enough, but aging parents also associate declining health with an inability to accomplish the activities they enjoy and a loss of independence. Your aging loved one may be unable to conduct daily personal care duties or keep their home safely due to mobility limitations and other physical health issues. They may be afraid to notify you about changes in their abilities because they are concerned about losing their independence or their home. It is important to have an honest talk with aging parents about how to cope up with age and failing health. Let them know that they are not alone in their health problems.
Not having enough money. In later life, people reduce their working hours or stop working because of their retirement options or health issues, and when they need or prefer to continue working, many earn lower wages. So, when someone is living in poverty, it is possible that there will be some deficiencies in preventive care. A lack of resources could lead to delaying medical treatments, which also impacts the expediency of the diagnosis and treatment options. This could be exacerbated or chronic conditions or cause complications later.
Being unable to live at home. Aging can be an unpredictable path. Seniors may start to experience a decline in physical or cognitive health. Due to the increasing limitation of elderly parents, adult children may impose constraint, When the well being of parents is at stake, it's time for family caregivers to show tough love. For most aging adults, home isn't just a house, it's a safe haven, a storehouse of memories, a part of their identity. Their home is a part of who they are, and they don't want to have to give that part of themselves up. To help to reduce the stress this fear can cause, talk about it with your aging parents. Discuss options for the future, such as hiring a live-in companion, downsizing or senior living communities, such as assisted living apartments or nursing homes. Make sure this is a conversation and that you listen to your aging loved one's opinion. Help them research their option and explore cost of different housing and senior care choices. Don't simply demand that your aging parents move. Involve them in the research and decision-making process.
Fear number 5, death of loved ones.
As your parents age, they will start losing more of their loved ones. This sad fact of life reminds them of their own mortality and creates a genuine sense of loss of relationships. They may lose relationships that they have had for years or even decades, including spousal relationships. It becomes more difficult to establish lasting relationships when we get older. This part of a reason why most aging adults are more worried about losing a loved one that they are not about to their own life. They often stress over the fear of losing caregiver as well. Thus, to help your aging parents cope with this fear, discuss the possibility as this makes them look at the future in more objective manner. One of the best ways to bring up the subject can be talk about your own mortality. Create the will and living will and inform your parents of your wishes if you should pass away or become incapacitated. This will then open the floor for discussion about their own plans and worries about losing a purpose of their loved one.
Fear number 6, losing ability to manage tasks of daily living. Daily activities are important when it comes to aging. Additionally, these are important since they enable a person to develop independently in their home setting. This gives people a sense of human dignity that is important for their health and well-being. Aging individuals who are unable to carry out basic daily tasks experience loss of independence and control over their lives. Requiring assistance with activities like eating, washing, and dressing can serve as a reminder that they are less capable than they once were. It's important to make sure that our elderly parents continue to do everything they can because we don't want them to feel this way, even if it means that a task takes twice compared to if you did it for them. To decrease their dependence, we should also encourage our elderly parents to maintain their level of physical and mental activity. Our elderly loved ones can develop and maintain their strength and mobility through activities like senior yoga sessions. Talk to them about losing the ability to manage everyday tasks and reassure them that despite being helpless, it is not a major issue. Help them find a solution if the case gets too big for them to handle on their own.
Older people are especially vulnerable to loneliness and social isolation, mainly because it becomes more difficult to build new relationships for our elders, and the loss of loved ones and relationships is also inevitable. Chronic illness is one factor too, and as well as suffering from hearing loss. So, this decrease in relationships leads to increases in time spent alone and can result in feelings of being unwanted. Some signs of loneliness and social isolation in seniors are the following. According to World Health Organization, there are wide variety of face-to-face or digital interventions that have been developed to reduce social isolation and loneliness among older people. These include social skills training, community and support groups, befriending, and cognitive behavioral therapy, creating a more age-friendly communities by improving access to transportation and information and communication technologies that can also help reduce social isolation and loneliness. In addition, laws and policies that address marginalization and discrimination can foster greater social connection.
Being cared for by strangers. We all feel most comfortable around family members and others with whom we are familiar. It can be very uncomfortable to an aging adult to have a stranger provide care for them, especially for their some intimate needs. You do that by ensuring that your parents or any adults are taken care of, by being mindful and responsible. There is a sense of accountability and ownership. We know that our actions or inactions will impact others. It is not an action that we require from one another because they are expected of us. It is more than responsibility. For example, an old woman could not cross the street and a young girl helped her. Not really a big thing for the young girl, but it was a great help.
If you want to use a company that provides senior care service, make sure they do background checks on all their employees. If you want to hire someone independently, thoroughly check their references and get a background check. Make sure that whoever you hire is a good fit for your aging parents. For the first few months, have a family member present while the aide is there so that your aging loved one can become comfortable and view them as a friend. This will take away the fear and stress of being alone with a cared for by a stranger.
Falling or some preventive measure includes installing handrails and grab bars next to the toilet and shower or tub. 2. Placing anti-slip strips on stairs and steps. The third is reinforcing all existing handrails next to step and chairs.
The ability to value and appreciate oneself is the essence of self esteem. It's a crucial component of what makes us human. Mental faculties and human psychology are at play here. They grow increasingly reliant on their loved ones as they age, and this can make them feel like they're a burden on everyone around them, as well as diminish their own sense of self worth. The resulting anxiety has a negative effect on their sense of personal worth. When they need help from others, the elderly often feel devalued, and some have a hard time getting over the death of a spouse. The elderly begin to lose sight of why they should care about living after they believe they have served their purpose. The least we can do is express some attitude for everything they have done to make contemporary living possible. They are our living history. Thus, we should pay attention when they tell about their past. Visit the lonely, show them how to utilize technology, host regular dinners, and etc. Why don't we help them out by restoring whatever lost pride they may have? After everything we've been through today, they had to deal with yesterday. You and I will one day be the old, and future generations will treat us as we treat today's seniors.